Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, salutations, and blessings to the house of David, which is the elect. And this is just a quick news and prophecy update. I was watching this video coming from Nations Conspire channel. He was going into the new Black Mirror season that's coming up, which Black Mirror does a lot of foreshadowing, predictive programming, as the title of his video says. Black Mirror predictive programming reveals the hell on earth technology that they want to unleash on us, right? And the they is who the wicked, rulers of the darkness of this world. Okay, the spiritual wickedness in high places, which is Esau, Edom, all right, and really Amalek, okay, coming from the house of Esau, right, and through their technology that we can clearly see is moving at a rapid pace, taking over various, really all of aspects of society. They ultimately want to put that technology within the bodies of mankind, right, the bodies of humans, which is what John the Revelator saw, right, in the vision that he received on the Isle of Patmos. Revelation, the 13th chapter, you know is tied, this technology is tied to that vision, all right, which is why as the prophets of the Lord, it's our duty, it's our reasonable service to give this warning out, because we're living in a time where that vision is now speaking, right? When you go into the scripture, it speaks about at the appointed time, right? Let's get it real quick in the book of Habakkuk. The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3, it says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time," because the Most High, He gives visions, to the men of the Lord, have them, write it in the paper and write it in paper, as we have it now in the form of the Holy Bible, because these visions, right, these prophecies are faithful and true. You see, and at the appointed time, as it says in the book of Second Esdras, that through by number has he numbered the times, and by measure has he measured the times, and he does not stir nor move them until said measure is fulfilled. Well, we're at the time where this said measure of the charagma, right, the MOTB, the mark of the beast, is to be fulfilled, and we can clearly see that because of the technology that is on the earth right now, and how society is this being pushed and moved toward that technology. All right. So that vision, it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And when you go into this word speak, right, that word speak is in the Hebrew uh, pa pawa, right? If I'm not mistaken, pawa, which means to breathe, right? To cause, to exhale or breathe, to puff, right? And when you are able to breathe, you are, in essence, you have life inside of you. So in essence, in the vision is coming to life now, okay? Because during the time where John received that vision, although it was although the vision was a faithful and true vision, it didn't come to life during the time of John the Revelator's lifetime, during that generation. See, because he received a vision of the future, and that the future is now, the time that we're living in now, and that time is known as what, the end. So the end of this age, this vision of the charagma of the MOTB was going to breathe. It was going to be alive. It was going to come to fruition. It was going to manifest, as it says in Second Esdras, the 9th chapter, right? That the end is manifest, and it's not lying. See, so this devil, using predictive programming, using the revelation of the method, which is where I got the title of this lesson from, right? Because that is a part of his witchcraft. Okay, revelation of the method, as you see here. This is I just pulled up an article from online. right? It's the power of predictive programming, which Esau has always been, doing that. All right, and he uses his Hollywood, he uses TV shows, movies, commercials to push out to showcase his method, right? The methodia, the cunning arts. That's what that word methodia means. The trickery. That's why during the Super Bowl, you have elders, brothers that go into the commercials that come out during that time because a lot of people are watching the Super Bowl. So Esau uses that time period, right, to push out, the predictive programming or to reveal his cunning arts, right, to reveal what he has planned for the future. So let's read this a little bit of it. It says the Hollywood military industrial complex, a clandestine alliance of entertainment and defense interests, has long been shrouded in conspiracy theories and speculative intrigue. And as a speculative nonfiction author, I've devoted years of my life unraveling the enigmatic web. It's enigmatic web, excuse me, shedding light on the eerie phenomenon known as the revelation of the method and its close companion, predictive programming, which, like I said, brothers have touched, going into predictive programming, like The Simpsons, okay, the various different movies, TV shows, like Black Mirror is one of those TV shows that is predictive programming. Okay, even that movie They Live, which is an old movie, it basically shows you how people are under basically they're under a spell. Okay, and that guy, he was able to get those glasses, kind of like these, that when they put the glasses on, they were able to actually see what was real. But without the glasses, they just see society as normal. But when you put the glasses on, everything just said obey, follow, basically, be within the matrix. And through the spirit and knowledge of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, right through the light of Yahawashai, we are outside the matrix. We understand exactly what is going on in this world. We understand that the forces of evil, right, through the spiritual demon Satan that is in control of the earth right now, pursuant to not John, Job, the ninth chapter, right? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, right? And also in Ephesians, it says what? The rulers of the darkness of this world, the spiritual wickedness in high places. Majority of the world don't realize that there's spiritual wickedness in high places because they're under the spell, okay, of of this devil and of society, thinking that things are just progressing naturally, right? That this technology and AI, all the benefits of it and how it makes things easier. But in reality, they telling you, right? Which in this clip I'm on the show, Elon Musk, which is now the right hand man of the president of Babylon the Great, they telling you that they're unleashing, the demon, because that's the energy that they're working with, demonic entities. So reading on, it says, revelation of the method unveiled. Revelation of the method, or ROM, as it is often abbreviated, is an occult art, right? It's an occult art wielded by the puppeteers behind the scenes of our society. Once again, the rulers of the darkness of this world. It's the practice of revealing hidden truths and sinister agendas in plain sight. And as we're getting closer and closer to the end, they're coming out and making it more and more plain because they are have to stand in their enchantments. All right, they have to stand in their enchantments, and because they're rushing, because they know they have a short time, they are just fully coming out with these things. But once again, if you're not watching, right, if you're not a child of the light, then you're not going to be able to see these things. You're not going to be able to discern, the wickedness that this devil is doing, even though it's happening right in front of your face. How they're completely, upheaving society, changing the economic system, right? Telling you that 80% of the population of people are not going to have jobs. AI is going to take control of everything. AI is going to upgrade you. AI is going to make decisions for you on day to day. Artificial intelligence, right? They're showing you this in plain sight. It says cloaked in symbolism and subtext. It's the method by which they toy with our collective psyche, forcing us to co-create a future we never asked for. And the ones who are being toyed with are the ones that are groped in dark and groping around in darkness, right? That are in gross darkness, rather. As Paul said, we are children of the day. See, so that day is not going to come upon us unawares because we are in the glorious light of Yahawashi, and He has given us the knowledge, right, the wisdom and understanding to be able to see these things. But the masses of people, they are walking in the day. They are drunk, in the night. They're asleep. They're spiritually asleep because they are of the fleshly mind, right? They're of the carnal mind, and they're being driven by the flesh. And when you're driven by the flesh, it's easier for Esau to be able to manipulate you, right? It's easier for him to be able to deceive you. Just like how Eve, she was driven right by the flesh, and therefore that's why she was deceived, why she was beguiled, which is why the scriptures speaks about taste not, touch not. Right? We're supposed to walk by the spirit so that we don't fulfill the pleasures of the flesh. But the world is walking by the flesh, right? Their God is their belly. So Esau, through the spirit, through the left-handed means, he's able to manipulate you, right? And deceive you. Easy. It says through the magic of storytelling and media, they manipulate our perceptions, influencing our choices and bending our reality to their will. The concept of revelation of the method has a sibling in the form of predictive programming. This method serves to gently introduce and familiarize the public with future events or ideas subtly, right? And there was no beast more subtle than the serpent, right? He was the most subtle beast of all the field, shaping our perceptions and more alarmingly, our acceptance of them. And the masses of the people are already accepting AI and the benefits of it, which even for right now, brothers, use AI, right? But it's not something that we are just in awe at, right? We're not looking at, oh, this is such a great technology. This is a great technology. Yeah, it actually has benefits. It makes things easier, but we use it to further this truth, right? And we use it to further the knowledge and wisdom, all right, of Yahweh Bashim Hawashai. But all in all, what the real goal, right, the real agenda that this devil is using it for, right now, it looks like it's all fun and it's beneficial. But the real agenda is to have that control your life, right? And then really put that inside of you so that they can control you. Um, it says it's like a spell planted in our minds that not only steals our free will, but also leads us to create outcomes we wouldn't want. The media and entertainment industries are their chosen medium, weaving these spells into the narratives that we consume daily, right? And that is why the scriptures talks about to be in this world, but not of this world, right? To be a sojourner, because if you're of this world, you're going to continuously consume, which means eat. You're going to eat of the bread of the wicked, right? That's what's going to be fed to you. And as it says in Second Esdras, being idle, right? Them being fed with things offered unto idols. But here in the book of Proverbs 14, verse 14, Salakia, Proverbs 4, verse 14, enter not into the path of the wicked and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. For they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. Okay, and who they ultimately want to cause to fall is Israel, because they know that once Israel awakens, was really the elect, right? Because a world to come, the blessing was given unto the seed of Jacob, all right? And the blessing is what? The dominion of the earth. all right, for eternity. And that comes by way of YAHAWASHI. And they want us to continue to fall away from that so that they can keep the power. Because pertaining to prophecy, the last heathen to rule would be Esau Edom. See that? And after that comes the kingdom of heaven, comes our dominion, and comes their judgment. But if they're able to keep Israel from waking up, keeping Israel in that fallen state, going back to Genesis, where the fall of man is speaking about the sons of God, if they're able to keep Israel in that fallen state, then they'll be able to maintain their power. But Yahawashi already defeated this devil. That's why when he was on the cross, he said, "What? It is finished." He unloosened the seals of that book, and through the Holy Spirit gave gifts unto men, the elect men, and now we have that knowledge and wisdom to be able to defeat this devil. See? Because this is a spiritual battle. The Lord has given us the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of truth, to fight against the wiles of this devil, to fight against the lies and the deception. So we're not overtaken by the deceit that he is pouring out on the earth through the left hand, through the sorcery, through the enchantments. It says, "For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence." See that? So this is what you're consuming. You're consuming the bread of wickedness when you bow to the image of Baal, when you get down with this system, right? When you are acceptance and agreement with the ways of the wicked. Okay, when you make an allegiance, make a covenant with death. See, you're eating the bread of the wicked, or bread of wickedness rather. So let's play this right here. Okay, I had two, but for time's sake, I'm gonna just focus on this article, and then I'll come back, Lord willing, with another time with the other video I want to show as well. But this one is yeah, I'm gonna play this one right here.
This is the Nations Conspire channel. Welcome to today's show. The series Black Mirror reveals probably more than any other television or movie or any series on Netflix ever has about what the future looks like. It's actually considered a thriller/horror series. And of course, that's because what they have planned for us is in fact a horror story. So I've covered in the past some of the Black Mirror episodes that have revealed some of the things that are coming with artificial intelligence. I covered the social credit score, which is an episode where you're given a score based on your behavior. It's already happening in China. And I want to play for you the trailer for this new season of Black Mirror, because if you look closely, there's a lot of things in there that are already happening. Most people will see the series and say, well, that looks crazy. That's never going to happen. And then, of course, mixed in there are things like the Apple Vision Pro and a metaverse. And of course, the theme, as always, is artificial intelligence. But you'll also notice, most importantly, that this season of Black Mirror appears to be covering the Neuralink. That's right, the Neuralink. Elon Musk's Neuralink. You know, the guy that's for the people, who's creating this tech, pretending that this is to help people with disabilities. But the reality of the matter is, these brain-computer interfaces that they're building out are not just to connect you to a computer, where you're sending messages to a computer, whether you're somebody who is disabled or doesn't have the ability to speak. This is so that the computers can transmit signals to your brain. And as they tell you in the trailer, you become a receiver. Also, keep your eyes out for some of the other things in there, including what appears to be remote viewing and ingestible technology. Take a look at what Black Mirror is revealing.
3, 2,
and action.
call it mind expanding. It alters your neuronal structure. Mind is a computer. Suddenly, we're not just more receptive. You become a receiver.
You hear what he just said, right? You're not just more receptive, right? Because that's what the Neuralink right now is there. That's what it's being portrayed as, right? Your brain is able to receive signals so that if you got a missing arm, or if your legs don't work, that you're able to receive signals, and it'll bypass your I don't know the actual biological terminology of it, right? Your nervous system. There you go. It'll be able to bypass your nervous system, and it'll actually move your legs for you, or move your hand for you. But what the actual goal is not for you to just become more receptive, but you to actually become a receiver, right? And what are you receiving? These signals that they're putting into your brain, where you are now being given what to think. right? You're being given how to feel. You're being given, what to like and not and dislike, what your desires will be. And that's him ultimately, which in the other video, which brothers have brought out before, Yuval Noah Harari saying that humans have now become hackable. Okay. And what are they trying to hack? Ultimately, your soul, right? Because your spirit is the breath of life that comes from the Most High, but your soul is what makes every individual different. Because your soul is like your seat of your desires, right? Your personality. No two person is alike. See? So if they're able to hack your seat, hack your seat of your desires, they can manipulate what you desire, what you want, what you don't want. And therefore you become made in their image. See that? You take their charagma, right? Their mark, and then you become made in their image. And that is why ultimately, if whoever takes that CHIP, because it goes far beyond just buying and selling. Buying and selling is how they're going to force people that don't have faith, right? How they're going to force people to take it, because people are going to look at, well, that's just the way society is now. And as we just read, the revelation of the method, they continue to familiarize people with this, gently, putting this into society where people become more and more susceptible to it and saying, hey, it's just the way, life is progressing. But it gets to the point where you're not able to maneuver in society unless you have that CHIP. And a lot of people are going to do it because they're not going to want to be ostracized. See, this is why the Lord tells us that you have to be comfortable with not being, a part of this world, right? Being a pilgrim on the earth. See that? Because we're not of this age. So why would you integrate, right, your physical body with this age when you're not of this age? And only the elect are going to have that mindset not to do that. Now, not everybody's going to get the CHIP, but only the elect are going to get the victory over the beast and over his image and over his mark, because they actually know not to do these things. All right. But a majority of people, especially here in Babylon, are going to get that CHIP, man, because they're already worship the beast.
I just want something magical, timeless.
Just remember that they're AIs. To them, this is real.
We have to create software that elevates us.
I've never seen anything like it. Humans consider artificial life to be somehow less than them.
It was just a bit odd.
So there's a lot to take out of that trailer. Black Mirror has multiple episodes, so that's why you saw multiple themes in that trailer. But most importantly, let's take a look at the Neuralink, because we saw the Neuralink on the side of people's skulls. We even saw one of the characters, just like he was out of the Matrix, right? Sticking and injecting himself with that technology. Also notice in that image that it looks a lot like it's out of Ready Player One, because that's where they plan to have most of us live, in little cubicles like that. So if anybody out there doesn't know, Elon Musk has already put chips inside of people's bodies. Elon Musk put a chip in this paralyzed man's brain. Now he could move things with his mind. Should we be amazed or terrified? So this man, of course, since he's paralyzed, you're supposed to accept this technology. And this is how they get away with creating this technology and having no regulations on this dangerous technology that they create, because they want you to feel for the small percentage of people who are paralyzed or have a disease like Alzheimer's or Parkinson's. Of course, they won't ask questions as to why dementia and Parkinson's has spread so much. And of course, we know a lot of it has to do not just with the chemical baths that they give us every day from the sky, but also the frequencies that they target us with on a daily basis, things that you can't see with the visible eye that they get away with. And when you read that about how this paralyzed man's brain has a chip in it and now he can move things with his mind, I just covered this on my other channel. Neuralink and Elon Musk have trademarked the terms telepathy and telekinesis. And you saw a lot of that in the trailer. And my video on that, for anyone out there that hasn't seen it, I'll leave link below. It's on my other channel, which I'm also uploading new content on every day. So make sure you're subscribed as well if you click on the link to watch that video. So telepathy and telekinesis. You see the Neuralink featured in this show. People forget, because now Elon Musk is a champion of the people. All it took was for him to side with Donald Trump, to pretend that he's a Christian, and people actually believe it. And this is something that he's tweeted out in the past, creating a neural lace.
And that's exactly what they're pretending, that he is a Christian, because let's not forget he was seen in a goat costume, right? The Baphomet. Elon Musk wears a satanic suit of armor because that's the armor that he puts on, right? As the scripture tells us, we got to put on the armor of the Lord. Well, he's putting on the armor of Satan. And this is the right-hand man to the president of the United States, which goes to show you that this whole concept of Trump trying to make America, a Christianity country is a bunch of BS, man. Because your right-hand man, and I say right hand because as it says, the right hand of the wicked is his right hand of falsehoods is a Satan worshiper. And all of these devils are Satan worshipers, right? Elon called himself a dark MAGA. He is a warlock, man. That's what he is. A lot of these tech giants, they're into sorcery in a form of technology. Okay, but that goes above the heads of the simple, because as the scripture says, wisdom is too high for a fool. And once again, the majority of this world, they're in darkness, they're drunk, right? They're asleep. They're not spiritually conscious of what's happening. So they're being like sheep led into the slaughter, getting fed to this beast, right? But I want to get a quick scripture in the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, because he is showing you that he opposeth, as it says here, 2 Thessalonians 2, verse 4, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God, right? And when you go into the NLT there, it says he will exalt himself and defy everything that people call God and every object of worship. He will even sit in the temple of God, which is what? The Israel, which is where you got Amalek at, right? The one who Amalek is the chief of the nations. See, being the grandson of Esau, Edom, Esau being the end of this world, right? The vision is speaking at the end. Who is bringing this vision to pass? Who is bringing the vision of that John had to pass? Ultimately, it's the Lord, but who on the earth? What are the vessels that are doing this? It's the Edomites. It says claiming that he himself is God. Now, you had, kings, heathen kings of the ancient times claim to be gods, but Esau is the one that is actually boasting himself, right, against the God of heaven. Okay, he's boasting himself against the God of heaven because of his technology. And as the scripture says that knowledge, in the book of Daniel, that knowledge shall increase. Well, that's knowledge on the right hand and knowledge on the left hand is increasing. And Esau has been using the knowledge of the left hand. I believe in this video, it goes into all of the ancient, sorcery and witchcraft that the ancient kingdoms had. Esau is still, he's standing in those enchantments. But now, because he has the ability to go further, right, as it says in the book of Psalms, that he accomplishes a diligent search, you see, through his once again through his pseudoscience, right, through the ability to search out all things. Here is Psalms 64, verse 6. It says they search out iniquities, right, through CERN. Okay, the false prophet opened them those portal doors, right? Biometrics, biological technology, right? CERN with the hydrogen collider, trying to tap into dark matter, open up portals, wormholes, not wormholes, portals, a Stargate, which Trump talked about. Okay, and when you go into actual what Stargate means, let's see, Stargate meaning. Let's see. It says in the context of science fiction, the franchise Stargate refers to a fictional ring-shaped device that allows near instantaneous travel between distant locations via wormholes built by an ancient intergalactic race. See, so they're trying to travel through wormholes, man. Right? It says Stargate Project AI in January 2025. Right, a new AI project called Stargate was announced, a joint venture between OpenAI, Microsoftware, right, and other investors aiming to secure American leadership in AI. American leadership in AI. And they called it what? Stargate. The Stargate's or ancient origin, intergalactic race, which is a recurring theme, okay? Wormhole technology. The Stargates utilize wormholes, which are theoretical tunnels through space-time to facilitate travel between locations. So yeah, this devil's trying to tap into the spirit realm, right? But through the left hand means. Okay, and he is using technology to do that, right? Quantum computing. He's gonna talk about it in this video. All of that
is the thing that really matters for humanity to achieve symbiosis with machines. X is humanity's collective consciousness, right? Man and machine becoming one, the mixing of iron and clay. Now, one of the other things that you saw in there as well appeared to be hints at remote viewing with this type of technology. And this is something I've discussed as well in the past. Your government has experimented for decades on your tax money doing mind control experiments with telepathy, with telekinesis. Of course, this is all part of the Neuralink rollout, and even remote viewing. And guess what? Ironically, it's called the Stargate Project, right? Does that sound familiar? Stargate? I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about Donald Trump's artificial intelligence creation that he announced on day one in office, that he was building out Project Stargate, literally, with massive computers down in Texas that'll have their own separate power grid so they never go offline. For anybody that's not familiar with the actual Stargate project, here's a little clip.
The CIA is hiding this from us. It's called remote viewing. Imagine being able to see any place or event, in the past or the future, with just the power of your mind. During the Cold War, the United States government was convinced that the Soviets had mastered extrasensory perception. They believed that Soviet mind soldiers were spying on American installations, foreseeing future threats, and locating hostages. This prompted the United States to fast-track Project Stargate, pouring millions into the venture. So how does remote viewing work? A trained military psychic sits in a dark and silent room. They clear their mind and focus on a target they've never seen. They use what ancient cultures called the third eye. But here's where it gets darker. This is not a new concept. The ancient Egyptians, Greeks, and Chinese had seers who could foresee events and describe distant locations. The Indian Vedas even speak of sages with extraordinary vision. Even the Bible is filled with stories of prophets who has visions of the future. Could the CIA have discovered ancient secrets to harness this power? The declassified documents suggest that they've explored connections to occult practices and hidden knowledge from lost civilizations, even learning
hidden knowledge from lost civilizations, right? And when you go into Isaiah 47, it talks about what? Standing now in their enchantments. Isaiah 47, get it real quick, verse 12. It says, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so thou shalt be able to profit, if so thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Because with all of the enchantments that they done pushed out, especially amongst our people, right, through the black culture, through rap, through the Hollywood, through the drugs, right? Because drugs is nothing but sorcery, pharmakia, right? They thought that the Israelites would never wake up because they know what YAHAWASHI did. They know that that sacrifice that he did 2,000 years ago was of a great importance, okay? But in their minds, they thought, well, if we're able to keep these Israelites from awakening through all of these different enchantments, then YAHAWASHI won't come back because there'll be nobody for him to come back and to deliver. But they did not consider the latter end of it. They didn't consider the prophecies. See, they didn't consider that the Lord will always have a remnant. He will have mercy on Jacob and yet still choose Israel. So now that they're seeing the elect awakening, right? Now that they're seeing the name of Yahawah Ba'Shem YAHAWASHI being once again exalted on the earth, they are afraid, all right? And they're trying to do whatever they can, which ultimately points to the vision that John received about what? The charagma, because that's their last ditch effort to try to stop the coming of the kingdom of heaven. That's their last ditch effort of trying to stop their kingdom from falling. So their multitude they are wearied in the multitude of their counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, and the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. And you just had yesterday a sign in the heavens on the Pesach, right? The blood moon, which YAHAWASHI, which the scriptures, right? YAHAWASHI is the word. The scriptures told us, the Lord told us that these things were going to be signs, and there were going to be signs in the heavens. See that? Before the great and terrible day of the Lord comes. So on the right hand side, we see these things and we look up for, and knowing our salvation is nigh. On the left hand side, these devils are afraid, man, and that fear is driving them to move with more fervency. Revelation 12:12. He's coming down with that great wrath because he knows that he has but a short time. So all of this whole peace talk that Trump is talking about, trying to stop wars, but he on the same hand side, throughout the same side of his mouth, or the other side of his mouth, he's talking about the end of the world, World War III, all of these things. But then on the other side, he's talking about bringing in a golden age, right? And that golden age that he's talking about is going to be, it's not going to be golden. It's not going to actually come to fruition, but it's a trap. It's a snare to get people to get down with this new system, with this NWO, right? With this micro software technology to be put inside of your body. And if you don't have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, if you don't have the faith, right, of the Lord in these times, you're not going to be able to withstand it. All right, because we're going to be in it, but the Lord said that he's going to deliver us out of it. Okay, because why? We kept the word of his patience. This right here, what we're doing now, is the word of the Lord's patience. Denouncing the wickedness of this world, not falling into the temptations of the flesh. Okay, the scripture says, "Let no man take thy crown." See, these churches talking about the enemy is trying to take it. Well, who's the enemy? Right? Yeah, you got the left-handed spirits, Satan and his demons, but they are working through who? The children of wickedness. Matter of fact, let's pull that up. Children wickedness. No, it's Samuel. Yep. 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 10. Moreover, I will appoint a place for my people Israel, and I will plant them, that they may dwell in a place of their own. See, the Lord is going to plant us in back in the Holy Land. Okay, these devils, pursuing the prophecy, they took it and said that these two countries have become ours. Ezekiel the 36th chapter talks about how they appointed, their land, the Idumea and all of the residue who appointed, their land for appointed his. I'm butchering it, so let me get it real quick. Ezekiel 36. Ezekiel 36, verse 5. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea. You see that? All Idumea, all of Edom, all of them. All right. There's not one Edomite who the Lord don't got indignation against. There's not one Edomite who the Lord doesn't hate, which have appointed my land into their possession for with the joy of all their hearts, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. All right. So going back now to 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 12. Moreover, will I appoint a place for my people Israel, and will plant them, that they may dwell in a place of their own, and no more, and Salaki, and move no more. Neither shall the children of wickedness, see that, afflict them anymore as before time. Okay, the children of wickedness, who is who? Esau, Edom, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, or it's not going to afflict us. This is the last time that this devil is going to be able to afflict us. And he's been afflicting us since the garden, right? He afflicted us after when we came out of ancient Egypt, right? Amalek. He afflicted us during the time of the Babylonians. He afflicted us during the time of the Medo-Persian Empire, Haman, okay? He afflicted us during the Greek Empire, his first empire. He afflicted us during the Roman Empire, and he afflicted us during the second beast, the Rome rebirthed empire. He's always been afflicting us, man. But this is the last time you devils are going to be able to afflict us. And as it says in Ezekiel, the 25th chapter, the Lord is going to give us your next. He is going to give us dominion over you, and we're going to give you double, man. You want to know that Yahweh, that he is by the wrath that he is going to let us, starting with YAHAWASHI. Let's get that, man. Ezekiel chapter 25, verse 12. And this is what these elites, they know this, man. They're afraid of this. And that's why they're trying to move so quickly with this new system, because they think that they're going to be able to fear and coerce and push Israel, right, to bow the knee, to be into that covenant. And a lot of Israelites is going to do it, but the elect ain't, man, because we know who we worship. We follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. We have heard the voice of our power, man. And as Yahawashi said, that his sheep can no man pluck out of his hand. It says, thus saith Yahweh power, because that Edom have dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury. And they shall know my vengeance, saith Yahweh power. And you're going to know the vengeance of the Lord, man. Best believe that. You're going to know you're going to feel it. It's going to be something that you feel every day. Once Yahweh come back, you're going to feel the vengeance of the Lord in its fullness daily, man. Daily for 1,000 years with no mercy. All right. So let's finish this out. Damn devils.
Lost civilizations, even learning techniques from secret texts and ancient artifacts. Just think about it. Why would the government invest so heavily into something unless they knew it worked?
Think about that. Why would the government invest so heavily in something unless they knew that it works? Why do you think they're going so investing billions upon billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars in this whole AI infrastructure? This ain't, they're everywhere you look, every sector of business is investing in AI, man, and at a rapid pace. Matter of fact, in this video, which I said I'm not going to go into, but as it reads, it says, you won't believe what they have in store for us in 2025. Okay, because they got timestamps and timelines, right? Or not timelines, but time tables that they're trying to get certain things popping off. 2030, remember, is when they want to have this thing fully up and running. But in 2025, as you're seeing things exponential, this AI technology, right, and platform and system, how it's moving, by 2025, they already have something to where, like, all right, we want this in place. Hey, and then, Lord willing, in 2025 is when they actually bring out the sea hip, man. Because remember, as the scripture says, when they're about to fill their belly, the Lord is going to strike them through. So as soon as they say, okay, you have to get this charagma in order to, be able to buy and sell with this whole digital, cryptocurrency system, it's over. It's a wrap after that. It ain't much time left, man. And once again, the Lord is showing these signs in the heavens that blood moon on the Passover is a sign for us that are in the know, for us that are awakened, man, that are children of the day. These people in this world, they're just looking at it like it's some cool, heavenly phenomena. But no, the Lord said he created the sun and the moon for signs, man. He created it for light to govern the day and the night, but it also are for signs. And we, as the Lord said, you're able to discern the skies, but are you not able to discern the signs of the times? But we are, man, and that's through the grace and mercy, through the knowledge and wisdom, through the Ruach HaKodesh, we are able to discern the signs. And this is why we're saying that in the end it shall speak. And this is the spirit of the Lord through the mouths of the prophets are all saying the same thing, that we're in the time of the end.
And of course, one of the other things that was featured in the trailer was what they call ingestible technology. You saw a character put a microchip on his tongue and then swallow it. So of course, most of us already know, and if you don't know now, you'll find out, that this type of technology is what they plan on getting inside of your body. It doesn't just have to be injected into you. Ingestible technology refers to...
And it is going to be injected, right? Because that's the prophecy. But because of the Internet of Things, Internet of Bodies, the smart cities, they're going to have these microchips all over the damn place. And you got the smart dust, right? That's how they're going to be able to have everything all interconnected. But let me fast forward this, because he's talking about the smart dust, and that's not really, that's a part of the whole system setup, but for time's sake.
Smart dust, and the new technology may soon make it possible to keep track of anything, anywhere, including you.
Smart dust originated a bit darker back in the 90s. This powder-sized chip is something called the Mu chip from Hitachi. It's the smallest commercially available RFID system in the world. You can literally scatter this stuff like dust or embed it into a sheet of paper. It doesn't require a battery. Flecks of computing power settling on your skin, ingested, monitoring you inside and out.
The nanoparticles are designed to go under the radar of the immune system. And so they are undetected in the body.
We have computing everywhere. We have connectivity everywhere. We have infrastructure that can compute those with new capabilities like AI.
If you have enough data and you have enough computing power, you can understand people better than they understand themselves, and then you can manipulate them in ways which were previously impossible.
If you have enough data and have enough computing power, then you can manipulate people in ways that were previously impossible. See that? They want to manipulate your mind, manipulate your soul, your seat of desires in ways that were previously impossible. They want to be like the Most High.
Transhumanism is a growing movement that aims to use technology to modify our bodies, sometimes in radical ways to make them stronger, faster, and better.
And of course, the whole tie-in with all of that technology and AI, and how they pretty much are telling you that AI is going to overtake humanity, are these quantum computers, right? You saw the character walking by, all of the quantum computers that they're building out. I've obviously gone into deep dives on quantum computing and summoning the demons, as Gordy Rose and some of these tech psychopaths have talked about. They've literally compared quantum computing to summoning spirits and summoning demons, right? Now, that video is not available on YouTube anymore because of the amount of times Gordy Rose has had it striped. I can't use it, but it is available on the website for anybody out there that wants to see it and wants more information on it. So quantum computing, remember, Project Stargate, Donald Trump, they're building out this massive control grid with quantum computers and artificial intelligence. And the end game here is to get inside of your body, but also to control you through artificial intelligence governance, which is why you see them tearing down the government. Other things in there are things that are already unleashed and out in the open, like the Apple Vision Pro. And of course, all they're trying to do now, this technology is ready to go, is they need to convince you into being okay with this technology, into accepting this technology, right? I talked about when the Vision Pros came out, how some of these shills like Ben Shapiro were marketing the Vision Pro. They were actually going on there talking about how cool they were. They were doing advertisements for Apple. And of course, Apple best known not just for that Apple logo, which represents the forbidden fruit and the biting of the forbidden fruit, but also known for selling its first computer for $666.66. And that brings...
So it's right in front of your face, man. The apple, right? Which in the scriptures, they don't talk about no apple, but it speaks about, that fruit, right? Which is really speaking about that ideology, right? The philosophy that the serpent came with, that was forbidden, right? The fruit of the tree of good and evil, the knowledge of good and evil. But Why is it that the first Apple product computer that was sold for $666.66? Did not John the Revelator say that this number is the number of a man? So they're showing you who they are, right? Because they can't do nothing except evil. They are the wicked. So it wasn't by mistake that this product, right, this computer was sold for this amount. But yet somebody would say that, oh, this technology don't have anything to do with the chip. If somebody's telling you that and they claiming to be a man of the Lord, you got to go completely the opposite way from them, man. Because either they're purposely deceiving you or they just deceived themselves. Either way, they don't got the truth. Because there is literally right in your face that this technology is what John the Revelator saw. And that is what they're going to put, because this big computer back in the day, this couldn't get inside of you, right? It was those computers back during when Apple first made a computer was too big. But as time progressed, they gotten smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. So now, although it was sold for $666, that the first computer, that same technology is now micro-sized, and that is what they want to put inside of people, and that is what John the Revelator saw.
Brings me to this: you may have also seen a woman whose eyes rolled back into the back of her head. This woman had the Neuralink. This woman had the technology embedded inside of her body, and it looks like she's demon possessed, does it not? I mean, to me, that would qualify as demonic possession, because as Elon Musk has even said, artificial intelligence is literally summoning the demon.
I mean, with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, and he's like, yeah, sure, you can control the demon. Didn't work out. I mean, with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon.
And being possessed, because remember, these devils are working, right? As it says in 2 Thessalonians, right? 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 9, even him, actually go to 8, then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, right? Which is the prophets. The prophets have revealed who the wicked is. The wicked is Esau, Edom. And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, when YAHAWASHI returns. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power, signs, and lying wonders. So this devil, his energy is after Satan. You putting his technology inside you, in essence, you're now possessed with the power or the energy of Satan, because Esau is using the energy of Satan, right? He's coming in the energy of Satan in order to create this technology, right? Just using technology, mixing technology with sorcery and witchcraft, and now he's putting that inside of your body in the form of the micro C-hip coupled with artificial intelligence, which is what? The lying wonders, right? The pseudo miracle. And now that's going inside of your body, and now you're possessed, right? You become a symbiosis, right? You are transhumaned with demons through technology. And that is why, as the judgment for that is to be burned up, because your flesh has to go. That flesh is completely and utterly defiled and has to be burned up. And that is the judgment written in Revelation, the 14th chapter.
Literally summoning the demon.
I mean, with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, and he's like, yeah, sure, you can control the demon. Didn't work out. I mean, with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon.
And that goes back to the revelation of the method, right? Which we brought out in the beginning. He just told you what they're doing. He's revealing his methodia. Let's go to that in Ephesians. And this is why you need the full armor of the Lord, so you can stand against that. Revelation chapter, Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. All right, the deceiver, the slanderer. You go into that word wiles, the Greek methodia, cunning arts, deceit, craft, trickery. You see, the wild lie in wait. And that is what he's doing, man. He's setting up this system, having everybody being familiarized with this system. He's lying in wait, right? Like a serpent, waiting for people, you know, waiting for the right opportunity, which can come by way of some type of black swan event, some type of catastrophic event where everybody is now in a disoriented, disarrayed mindset, right? Unstable mindset. And he's going to come with what? The trickery. That is why, as it says, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding shall be the stability of thy time. But these people, because they're in gross darkness, they don't have that knowledge and wisdom. So when that unstable time comes, they're going to fall for the trick. Right? And that trick is going to be that charagma. But yeah, going to the revelation of the method, once again, it's the practice of revealing hidden truths and sinister agendas in plain sight, cloaked in symbolism and subtext. And that is what Elon Musk said, right? That was him revealing the method.
So out of their own mouths, these people, these tech companies, people out there think they're like, oh, I don't know what they're doing. They got little chips and they're putting them together with glue. These guys literally tell you that they're summoning demons. From Gordy Rhodes to Elon Musk, they all talk about this technology being demonic, this technology eliminating the human race. And now they're even showing you in these shows because that's what they do, right? They take these fictional shows that aren't really fictional. You're just told that these shows are fictional. And this is how they condition you and prepare you for this technology to be unleashed out in the public and eventually be for sale for you to buy. This is a form of desensitizing you to it. So it's not shocking when it comes out. It's not shocking when you hear about it. If they just overnight told you they were going to put a chip in your brain, then you wouldn't accept it. But people keep hearing these stories about the Neuralink, how it's saving people's lives. And eventually, like I've said, it transitions from helping people with disabilities to being able to help you and whatever issues you may have. Do you have anxiety? Do you have depression? Do you want to live longer? Well, this stuff will help. You could sleep less and have more energy. Well, everybody's fatigued. So a lot of people will accept that and say, oh, well, I'll have more energy and I'll sleep even less and I could do more during the day. They'll market it to these people because they've accepted the technology to be allowed out in the open. They'll just change the marketing towards them and eventually they'll give in and they'll buy it. So Black Mirror season 7, I'll probably...
Yep. So that's it right there, man. And if once again, hey, we gotta stand in the power of the Lord's might, man. Okay, because that's our only defense. This truth, the shield of faith, the helmet of righteousness, right? Being girded about with the truth. Having your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel. That is how we are defended, by this devil, because this is a spiritual warfare. You see, so I'm gonna end it there. Lord willing, I'll come back, like I said, with this other video. But with that, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Ba'ashem YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash. Until next time, Shalom.